Hello! Can everybody hear me? I just realized that I had the volume for the music off, so I don't know if you guys could hear the music. Hi, Emily. Hi, Miss Cupcake. Thank you for coming to the second ever stream. I am pretty sure I set it up properly. Y'all will have to let me know if anything is weird or funky. I messed with some settings because I noticed some oh, okay. I'm glad that you could hear it. I did mess with some settings to try and make I noticed the game was a little choppy to me last time, or like I was dropping frames. Okay, good. I'm glad that everything is looking good. So before I get started, there's a couple of things that I want to do. Some little notes that I want to say. Mainly like thanking people. I want to thank somebody named Io Moon Knight. I don't know if I said that properly. Who commented in the chat before I ever even went live last time, to say good luck, and I thought that was really sweet. Did you create your PNG tuber? Yes, I did. I drew it myself. I'm actually an artist. My main thing is art, I would say. I was really fascinated by VTubers and PNG tubers and that whole concept, and it made me want to make one myself, but making an entire VTuber is very complicated, so I wanted to start with something a little bit easier that didn't require learning an entirely new program. So I still think, it's not as dynamic, certainly, as making a full rig in Live 2D would be, but I still think it looks pretty good, and I'm still interested in learning Live 2D at some point when I have time. So maybe eventually I will be moving more on the screen, but for now this is what we got. Oh, thank you, Emily. Oh, thank you, Miss Cupcake. Eventually I was thinking of doing some art streams, maybe some like art requests, like people can suggest things for me to draw, or if I'm working on a project I could stream that. How long did it take me? Not the actual drawing of it didn't take very long. I would say that it took longer to settle on the design and the colors I wanted to use. Hi, Savannah. Welcome. I would love to do a commission for you, Miss Cupcake. I don't know if you were a PNG tuber. I wonder what if you would just be like a cupcake with a face, or like a cupcake themed character. That would be really cute. But yeah, I wanted to thank also anybody who watched the VOD of the last stream, I know that it was a little bit rough because it's my first stream, so I'm not used to this. And I actually I was worried that I wasn't gonna know what to say. But I actually ended up having the opposite problem, which is that I got a little too hype. And because I was too worried about having dead air, so I didn't hydrate enough. Yeah, the cute little with the cute cupcake, your icon. Imagine if like the eyes would blink and the mouth would move. But didn't you say that you were gonna do a face cam at some point? I don't think face cam is for me. Not 'cause like I don't want anybody to know what I look like. I'm pretty sure, if anybody looked, it'd be pretty easy to find a picture of me. But like, because I am, an artist, I wanted to use that, and I was, the main reason that attracted me to streaming in the first place was making a VTuber, so I wanted that to be my, what represented me on the screen. I thought, it might be more interesting to look at. Plus, then I wouldn't have to worry about looking presentable every time I streamed. And want to do my hair every time, because my hair is pretty curly and it can get pretty wacky looking if I don't keep it under control. But yeah, I really like designing characters, so I'd rather design a character to be my my avatar, basically. And I want to thank a few other people, especially special shout outs to Emily, my older sister, for being my first mod and my number one stream hype person. My online persona, exactly. Her username is the French word for surgery that's hard to pronounce, but I'm just gonna say Emily because I'm not saying chirurgie every time. Even though it is a cool word, I'll grant you that, but I'm just gonna say Emily. And thank you to anybody who gave a like to the last stream. Also, that helps with the old algo. Whatever it is that makes YouTube show other streams, show people, my stream. Yeah, and I forgot last time to post the link to the stream when I was actually live, so that probably was part of the reason why it was a very cozy stream last time. But I'll try to remember in the future to actually tell people that I'm streaming when I'm streaming. And I was so diligent too about like the days leading up to like say, hey, this is happening. But yeah, I didn't do the most important time to tell people about your stream, which is when the stream is live. So I'll remember in the future. And I remembered this time, and I'm glad I'm glad the link helped. Yeah. So this is oh, I should probably, I think I can switch to game mode now because I think that's all I wanted to touch on. Yeah, it is a learning process. So I'm not concerned that you know, the beginning is a bit bumpy, because that's just it's just how it goes. But we'll switch to the game. There we go. Oh, why is it saying that? Guess don't leak my email address, I guess. It doesn't really matter. But I'll censor that in the VOD. Did not mean to click on that. But yeah. So my plan for this stream is got through about half of the Valley tour last time. So plan to do the other half today. And I hope this is a good time of day for streaming. I wasn't really sure. I just kind of picked a random time in the afternoon. But that might change later, especially since I want to get a day job eventually, so I can support my art and like my small business stuff. And so if I end up getting a job that's like 9 to 5, then I will be changing my stream time to later in the day. But for now it's gonna be afternoon. And I'm not sure. Of course, yeah, it is. Of course, it's raining. I wonder if it will still be raining if I change the time of day. I don't know if that affects the weather or not. Let's see. Nope. It's still the same. So that's fine. My goodness, every time I see this little guy, my heart is just so full of sparkles and rainbows, because look at this majestic creature with the heart on his forehead. The little cowpibara. It's one of the best things about the update, in my opinion. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna be streaming mostly this game. Oh, he reminds you of your dog Moo. That's such a cute name for a dog. Is he black and white also? That is really cute. This is kind of gonna turn into a cozy gaming channel, just kind of by circumstance. My goal is to be a variety game streamer, because I like lots of different kinds of games and I want to be able to stream them. Oh, he's a Shih Tzu with white and black spots. Yeah, because I like decorating, farming life sims like DDV and Animal Crossing, but I also like more kind of action-y adventure games. Like I really like Zelda and like Soulsborne games, Dark Souls, Bloodborne. Still haven't finished Elden Ring, so that would be a fun game to stream. And I also really like kind of mystery puzzle games. like Ace Attorney and Professor Layton, and so I thought those games might be fun for streams too. But for now, this is what we got, just because I don't have any way to stream console games at the moment, so it's gonna have to be whatever I can play on PC, which is not much. And also, I play this game pretty much every day anyways. So, yeah. Yes! I still have not played Elden Ring. I made a character and I ran around the first field, but I haven't actually played it myself. But I'm also wondering if like the audience on YouTube would really be into that. So I don't know. I might make a poll or something to see if like maybe I should have like cozy games, quote unquote, on this channel, and maybe stream stuff like Soulsborne games on Twitch. I'm not sure. I will have to get some feedback on that. But yeah. So last time we left off on the beach. I think I went through about half of the beach, I think, but I might as well start back at the beginning again, because I actually did change a little bit. This pathing used to be slightly different, but I swapped it out for the newer pathing. Yes, Savannah. I also want to stream Animal Crossing. That's definitely something I want to do. Cause I have I only have one Switch, unlike other people who get like multiple Switches to have multiple islands. I only got the one, so my island is pretty much full, and I'm too much of a sap to reset it because I formed a parasocial relationship with all of my villagers. And yeah, but so if I were to stream Animal Crossing, I would probably have streams of like Happy Home Paradise designing streams, like design a vacation home, cause like you can pretty much do whatever you want in those, like once you get far enough in the expansion, not expansion, what's it called, in the DLC, I guess. You can basically do whatever for their vacation home, so you can it's like a blank slate. So yeah, I would love to do that, and I would also love to show the ones that I have already designed, because there's some in there that I really like, and I don't think I've ever shown anybody, besides probably Emily, because you know she's my sister, so she's around, and so you can just be like, hey, look at this. We don't actually live in the same place, but we are occasionally in the same location. Oh, hi, Stitch. I love the candy that falls out of his backpack when he runs. And unless they give him a cuter outfit than this, he will be staying in this Halloween outfit for the foreseeable future. So, okay. Just a second, I'm gonna take a drink of water. Sorry if you hear mouth noises. And by the way, I think I fixed chat commands. So they should work now. Because I think all I needed to do was add stream elements as a moderator, which is a thing that I didn't know that I needed to do. So you could test some out if you feel like it. I should also make a chat command for hydrating, because that's a reminder that I probably need, besides my own dry throat. Okay, so I guess I will get started with the continuation of the tour. We already saw this kind of part of the beach, and inside the pirate ship. So here's where I've got Moana. Yeah, maybe. I mean, not that I think anybody's not gonna follow the chat rules because they're very simple, but this would be a good test. I don't see them coming up, so maybe I still didn't do it right. Oh well, I'll figure it out eventually. It also might be Stream Element's fault, because I heard that it doesn't always cooperate. I don't know why I chose Stream Elements over the other ones. Maybe I'll switch to a different bot. I didn't want to use Nightbot because I know that Nightbot can get a little out of hand and a bit overzealous with the botting, but I'm not sure. I'll figure that out. Okay. So, got Moana. I gave her a little hammock and just a little bit of foliage around the front, and she's close to her fishing boat, and then Maui's right next to her. And I know he's not exactly the most popular villager. I think sometimes people are a little too harsh. 'Cause, like, you know, that's what his character is, like. And, you know, he only has so many phrases and animations. So, like, yeah, he is kind of annoying sometimes, but, like, I don't know. Yeah, and we already saw the beach house next to Skull Rock, which I really hope that I could get to go inside in the next update, because I want to know. I love to know. I love to know things. And I tucked this. I thought this spot was a really cute little place to tuck a boat. So put one here. I've just accepted that it's probably gonna rain the entire time, and I'm choosing to ignore it because, you know, gotta focus on moving forward. So the well is here, and it's kind of just stuck here in this patch of grass with a little hammock. You know, nothing too fancy. And here is an area that I've worked on quite a bit. It's kind of like food stalls, market, fruit stand. So you can get some bubble tea or ice cream, and put these tables here with some like beachy food. I thought like you know, fried fish, yakisoba is like I think a common food that you can buy on the beach in Japan at least. So I thought, you know, why not have that there? And then lots of ice cream. Got the Dole Whip there, which is something that I really want to try in real life, but I'm not willing to spend the gajillion dollars it would take to get it, because it will require not only going to America, but also going to Disneyland, and then the food at Disneyland is also expensive. So I'll just imagine what a pineapple soft serve tastes like, I guess. But I think it would be really good. And wanted to keep most of the beach pretty like realistic, like not too fantasy looking. So got like towels and chairs and umbrellas. You make Dole Whip at home? You just get like pineapple and ice and put it in a blender? I guess that's how you would do it, huh? Oh yay! Look! The rain is gone. Whoa! Do you see that cloud? The very pointy cloud? That is something that I have not seen before. There's some vicious looking clouds over there. Very pointy. Oh! Everybody be quiet. If I don't spook him, maybe they'll stay. I'm taking pictures. No! Oh, that was so cute. I love how he sits. I love how he sits. And I have this thing called a Ninja Creamy. I have a little kind of food processor type thing, and I think the brand is Ninja too. So if I cram that full of pineapple and ice, maybe I could do it. Maybe that would be good. I don't know. I thought it was important to have outhouses on the beach, just because, you know, where else are you going to go to the bathroom? Unless you go to the bathroom in the ocean, which you shouldn't do, because, you know, don't make the fish drink your pee. That's not nice. But even though outhouses on the beach are generally not pleasant, as are any outhouses, but, you know, for realism, there should be outhouses near the beach. I decorated the entrance to this cave with like things that glow at nighttime, just because the inside of this cave also has like some glowy coral stuff, so I wanted the outside to kind of reflect that too. And then just a little lamp with some rocks and shells. I was very happy to get the lifeguard chair. That's an essential beach item, and the surfboards. I don't remember if the surfboards were a gift from, like, we got them for free in our mailbox, or if I got them from the store, but I appreciate it nonetheless. And then I got Stitch right on the beach with a hammock in front and some things in a wagon. No, I didn't mean to go in. I didn't mean to go in. Yeah. Thought he might collect shells and coconuts, so I put them in the little wagon. And if you go around the back of his house, got a little kind of backyard picnic going on. This is a picnic table I quote-unquote designed. I say quote-unquote because all I did was put an all-over watermelons pattern on it, but I don't know. I vaguely remember having a picnic table at my house growing up that had pictures of fruit on it. I don't know if I'm completely making that up or not. Maybe Emily can vouch, because her memory is way better than mine. When we had a picnic table on the porch, did it have fruit on it? Like watermelons? I hope I'm not making that up. There was something on it. Or maybe I just remember eating watermelon while sitting at it. Anyway. He's got his spaceship. And I did keep a little bit of a magical vibe around the cave. With some ruins and things. There has never been a character I would less like to play Scramble Coin with. Sorry, I'm a Woody hater. I don't even really know why. He's never done anything to me personally. He just sort of rubs me the wrong way sometimes. I don't know. He's this... I forget who this is a quote from, but he's a small, jealous man. Maybe that's... I forget if it's Nathan Yaffe or Griffin McElroy who said that. But, anyway. In the back of... Oh, I forgot to show. In the back of Moana's house, I gave her a pool. Her own little private pool. Just, you know, just around the back. These things in the ground, they spawn so quickly. Oh, it was Nathan Yaffe, okay. Yeah. I'm not a Woody fan. I'm not even necessarily a Toy Story fan. I don't hate it or anything. I have no feelings about it. So this is just kind of a little another fruit stand and snacks stand to get at the beach. And then this is the other entrance back up to the meadow of all the little yards you gave the characters. Yeah, I like to give every house at least a little bit of outdoor space. Oh no, you don't know what I'm talking about the table. No, I swear there was fruit on it. Or it was painted somehow. I don't know. I think it looks cute regardless. Watermelon printed on a picnic table. Anyways, down down to the beach. You have this is not the main entrance to the forest, but so the way I usually come to the forest. I'm actually gonna come around the other way, because I like that more as a kind of the first bit of the forest that you see. Which is, I don't actually remember if I came back here in the first part of the tour. It's just kind of a little transitional walkway, and like a little place with a picnic blanket back here. But yeah, this is what I would call the forest's main entrance, which is just mostly just decorated with foliage, and in terms of like the vibe, I kind of have two different vibes in the forest that are separated by the river. So on this side of the river, it's more like realistic, and then on the other side, which is not finished, is more like fantasy. So you've got the Cinderella carriage over there and Gaston's cottage. So this side, on the like more realistic side, the first thing you come to is the farmer's market, which is based on mainly there's a morning market on Salt Spring Island that sells like all sorts of stuff, like not only farm veggies and fruit and stuff, but there's like lots of baked goods, and like people selling stuff that they made, like clothes, jewelry, pottery, all kinds of stuff, and it's really fun. So that's kind of what I was thinking about when I made this market. And I put all the macarons on this one specifically, just so it's like that's what this stall's specialty is. And then these are more like just general baked treats and pies and things. And then we got used books. I thought it was neat that a couple of the time bending stuff was like books that you could double as items, because I just dropped them and I'm using them as a decoration. And I was like, sweet, more books for the book stall. This one is a little bit more random. It's like antique, more of like a flea market vibe. Yeah, like model ships and things that are like, you know, little treasures. And then it's kind of similar antiques, but more focused on like dinnerware, like you know, candlesticks and plates and things like that. And then over here we got toys, just a random assortment of toys and this little basket of goodies. Then we got a potion stall, because there's more than one villager who could definitely run a potion stall. So I guess this is a little bit more fantasy uh, uh, than the rest, but there's there's precedent for it in the game, so that's why that's there. And then this one is like, it's not like, we can't put the mannequins outside, which sucks, which is originally was gonna be my plan, so it can be like a clothing stall, but it ended up being kind of like a made to order clothing stall. Like you could choose a design in the book and then they'd sew it right then and there. I don't know. I really like the colors in this stall in particular, the like blue and purple vibe. That the rack of fabric especially that's one of my favorite items in the game in general. I just think it's really, really pretty. Even the side of it has like a pretty design. I like to use that when I can. And then that's the end of the market. I also just stuck this stall here, just kind of as an addition. And then on the other side of the market, we got a public pool. So you can come around, and beside the pool, there's like a concert space, outdoor concert space, which is kind of themed after Rapunzel, just because it's like the guitar item is her guitar, so it's like it's easy to imagine that she would do a performance. And then this is actually another time-bending thing. The loot that you get, just dropped it here because it was appropriately sized to just be a decoration item. So I was like, sweet, more musical instruments. Because it's a surprising lack of musical instrument items in this game. But there's a surprising lack of a lot of things in this game that you would expect. Also, these lanterns are very, and the backdrop is very like tangled color scheme. So that's just kind of how it ended up. But yeah, so you could sit on a picnic blanket or like a camping chair and have a meal while you listen to some live music, and then go for a swim because you got the outdoor pool. And it might be weird to some to have outdoor pool in the forest, but because that is what I grew up being used to, because the outdoor pool that was closest to us was in like the middle of a park that was in a forest. So I get a lot of nostalgia from like having an outdoor pool with like pine trees surrounding it, because that was very much the vibe of that place. So I got like the grates from that Pirates of the Caribbean premium shop thing, which ended up being very useful. And just got like, there's a couple of chairs here that I did the designs of, like the peach, or no, they're not peaches. What are they? Oranges. I think it was because the stripes are peach colored that that's why I said peaches. And then like a more a floral type design. So I got these outhouses here to represent like changing rooms. And then on the way in there's like a little kind of, you know, ice cream slash coffee stand where you get, you know, drinks and snacks to eat when you're done swimming. And then a little sink, just because I feel like that's something that, or I guess it's usually like a shower that you'd have at a public pool to like wash the chlorine off, or like make sure you clean before you get in the pool type of thing. And so that's why this is here with the little toiletry box beside it. It's kind of the closest approximation to a shower I could get. Outside, I guess, at least. They have shower stalls in the game, but I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to put those outside. Yeah, I don't know why they're fascinated by the sink. But, you know, I don't know how to explain a lot of the things that the Forgotten does. So, moving on this way, through this little path, we got the campground, or campsite. I guess it's not a whole campground, it's just a singular campsite. With Buzz's RV, which I don't think I saw the movie where where he has an RV. I did not understand why this was his house when he was added to the game, but I mean, it makes for a good decoration item for a campsite, so I'm not complaining. It's, you know, I don't know the context. I tried to put some food out that was like camping related. Like baked beans, I think are, you know, an essential camping food. I also got like some veggies and skewers to be like they were grilling veggies. I don't actually personally like grilled veggies, but you know, it's for the theming. We also got a cooler. This is kind of the only cooler there is in the game besides the small one, like this Wally one. Kind of wish there was just a regular cooler, but this one's good enough because it's got like popsicles in it. And camping to me is about barbecuing and, you know, playing board games at the picnic table, and, you know, reading and just sitting around and just kind of chilling out while listening to like the birds and having little like seeds and pine needles fall on you. Very often when I was a kid, I'd be like sitting on a camping chair reading or, you know, playing on my Nintendo DS or something, and a pine needle would fall on the page or on my screen. You just have to brush it off. So that's a campsite, and there's a couple of paths leading off the campsite, just kind of as for shortcut purposes. Just connects to kind of the main path here. That leads back to the main entrance, and you got just like mostly foliage, but then there's like the occasional place to sit, just to enjoy nature. And yeah, and it also, I'm glad that the forest is has beach access, because that was another thing that was a very campsite thing to me, was to be able to go directly from the campsite to the beach. So I thought that made sense. Although the beaches, the beaches that I grew up with were not quite this warm and tropical. It was more like, you know, rocks and cold water. lots of tide pools and stuff. But yeah, so, and then on this end of the forest, we got a cabin, or cottage, I guess would be a more appropriate term. They got a little stall out front, kind of a farm stand, so people can just, like, you know, it's honor system. We'll leave it out here, and you can just leave the money, or I don't know. They're very. I find in more rural places they're much more trusting that people are gonna steal stuff. I know that it's not a popular opinion, Savannah, to not like grilled veggies, but that's just a thing for me. Is like, give me any vegetable whatsoever raw and I will eat it. Like, I love me a good salad or a veggie plate, but you know, bring that vegetable anywhere near some heat and the whole thing changes for me. It's like the texture changes and the taste changes, and it just becomes gross to me. If you can't tell, I grew up in Pacific Northwest, so the Forest of Valor is basically what most of it looks like. Lots and lots of pine trees. So this is kind of like a summer home type cottage in the forest. Place where I would probably want to go. I got a vegetable garden in front. And a little zen garden. Leads around to the back where I've got a spot to paint in the open air, and do some stargazing at night. And I really I think the view from this point is really nice, especially when the sun is setting. So I was like, I gotta have some kind of lookout point here. And yeah, this is kind of like a cabin's backyard. I don't have the inside of this house decorated yet, but I do want to at some point have it be like a very cozy kind of, a little bit hippie vibes, just like very out of the way, kind of off the grid type of house in the forest. Yeah, and then that's kind of getting towards the end of the more realistic parts of the forest. I have this long path leading to the outhouse, just partly because of the campsite, because I think an essential part of camping is having a long trek to be able to go to the bathroom, especially at night. So I was like, the bathroom can't be close to the campsite. It's just how it has to be. It's just the rule. And then we got the entrance leading to the Frosted Heights over here. Yes, I was also partially inspired by Ursula's house in Kiki's Delivery Service. Yeah, that's definitely the vibe that I want to channel with this cottage. And if it weren't for like the inconvenience of like a grocery store being so far away, I would want to live in a place like that. But I'm too shackled by the modern age, I guess. I don't want to go without good cell phone service. Stuff like that. So we're going around this way and kind of leading into the more fantasy area. I got this fountain and a bench. Because it's definitely a bit more empty here. This part is still a work in progress. Especially around Gaston's house. I want to make kind of a little mini, not a farm, but like, just like a very kind of medieval looking cottage. Gonna go all out on the cottagecore for this spot. And then for Elsa's cave, I have kind of dotted the crystals around to match the colors of like the glowing entrance of the cave. I thought these could be like the naturally glowing and naturally growing crystal. I just wanted like just a little bit of something around the cave, just so it wasn't just here. Just like adding a few little details to it. And then this castle and the yard I put around it actually used to be where the outdoor pool is, but then I recently long and laboriously moved, like the pool area was over here, so I like had to go through the very long process of like swapping them, basically one item at a time. And I enjoy doing that because I'm always not sure if like I put every item in exactly the same place as it was when it was in a different spot. So yeah, I thought it made more sense for the more realistic stuff to be together and then the more fantasy stuff to be together. So the castle has like a little kind of side courtyard with it, and a little root arch leading to the pillar. And this is also not quite finished. I'm gonna work on this a little bit more at some point when I finish this area. So it's gonna have a little more later. And I should hydrate. We've already been going for an hour, oh my goodness. And we did 1.5 biomes. So hopefully we can get through the rest. Maybe I'll go just a little bit faster. Okay, so the Frosted Heights, I just have like this little entrance up to the stairs. So we got the skating rink with hot chocolate and a snack stand, and then place to put your skates on. It's not like overtly Christmassy, because I wanted to be able to have something that I could keep up year round. So there's not like too much Christmas looking stuff, but still wintry. So yeah, and then we got Kristoff in the stall here. And then these deer, very cute. So it wraps around, and this is another kind of campsite, but it's more of an ice fishing campsite. So we got like fish and stuff to cook it up with. And speaking of cooking, there's another frustrating thing. This is called a cooking campfire, but you can't cook on it. It's not a usable cooking station. It frustrates me every time I look at it. Yeah, so Gaston's house does kind of look like the Dead of Night, which is the name of the tavern in me and my friend's D&D campaign. And the inside is actually is a tavern basically, but modeled after the tavern in Beauty and the Beast, but I think about D&D more than I think about Beauty and the Beast, so that will probably be in my mind when I design that area. But yeah, I actually used this ice fishing campsite for the camping themed Dream Snap, and it didn't do that well, probably because I had the well in front of it, so that the like rainbow colors coming off of the well were in front of the picture, and it kind of looked like the Northern Lights. Oh, it just got foggy. But it kind of made it hard to see what was going on in the photo. So I didn't get many moonstones for that one, but I liked it anyway. I liked the picture and the concept. I do have a house on my Animal Crossing. Oh, sorry, I swallowed my own spit. 1 second. Sorry, I had to mute myself for a second to cough. Yeah, I don't know if I can't remember if it's on my main island. But I think I definitely did a Happy Home Paradise, build that was based on the Dead of Night Tavern from my D&D campaign. Which, if I ever stream Animal Crossing, I will show on stream. But not until I get a capture card, and fortunately, not really in the financial position to afford that at the moment, but one day. Yeah, I love the fog. I love how the fog looks in this game. It's really pretty. And so I made this little kind of build around the well, because I noticed how like the white and gold kind of marble, these pillars, match the well a little bit, and so I wanted one of the wells to have kind of a circle of these pillars around them. And I ended up doing it here, mostly because it was kind of where I had space for it. So I just I put a few plants around, and some brick pathing, and then I also have a little path leading off to the pillar, with some pretty trees hanging out around it. Don't mind the giant glowing orb. I don't like how these are just everywhere all the time. And like even if you do the thing, like the time bending thing to get rid of them, they come back like a couple seconds later, I feel like. So it doesn't even matter if you get rid of them, because they're coming right back. So I've kind of just grown to ignore them. Oh, it's not actually over. But it'll disappear in a second. So in this kind of corner is where I've hidden Vanellope. Again, I'm gonna throw out another kind of unpopular villager opinion. I am a Vanellope apologist. I love Vanellope. I think she's a horrid little gremlin, and I say that in the most affectionate way possible. Also, I really love Wreck-It Ralph. I think it's a really good movie. And there's also a season of the show Dimension 20 called A Crown of Candy, that has like, it's basically like Game of Thrones in Candyland. And so I was thinking about that when I put her house here, so that like the snow could be like ice cream basically. But I still kind of tried to hide her house a little bit, just because it doesn't really go with anything else around it. So like I tried to use like trees and stuff and rocks to, kind of hide it. Not really the most successfully, but she's got her own little spot. And I think it worked out. So as we go over the water, yeah, and if you go watch Crown of Candy on dropout.tv. It's excellent show. So I use this kind of grass a lot in this biome, because I was in a one of Nora's streams. Shout out to Horrible Gaming on YouTube. I wish that the chat commands were working, but you can just search Horrible Gaming. She was decorating her frosted heights, and I was just like, well, what about the meadow grass? I think it's like a different color. And she put it down, and it looked so pretty. And then I was like, oh my goodness, I'm immediately going back to my own valley and putting that everywhere. So that's what I did. And I do really like it. It's like grayish, purplish kind of taupe I guess would be the name of that color. So you'll see that throughout this biome. I got this kind of sitting area with the fountain. I thought it made sense to have the fountain with the fire in the middle in the Frosted Heights, because it's kind of like, you know, you sit around the fire to warm up, but it's also a fountain. And then we got some snow people here with their own little cloud. And then on this side, I got the frozen house with a crafting table here. Mostly for my convenience, but also the excuse I have for the lore is that Kristoff would want like some kind of workshop place. So it's his on paper, but I'm the only one that uses it. I also got a sled here, and then the front yard got the fountain. I really like this fountain. I think it's a really pretty fountain. I would like just like a normal version, like a non-frozen version of this fountain, just to use in other builds. Because, like I said last time, I would like more fountain options. But it makes sense to have a frozen one here. And I just got a well back there. You know, just 'cause it looks nice. Probably the water would be frozen at the bottom. So, don't know if you could use that well, but it's a video game. And then we just got a little kind of sitting area under the tree. And another fountain. Yeah, I really like the colors in a lot of the Frosted Heights items and foliage. It's really pretty. And so I think now we will go kind of all the way across across the plaza to the plateau. I would fast travel there, but the well is in kind of a weird spot and not really the entrance, so just gonna run there. So right when you walk in to the plateau, I've got a kind of a walkway leading to the Beauty and the Beast greenhouse. The way to kind of extend it, and just lined it with all sorts of flowers, and put this floor to kind of be like a pseudo building. It'd be really good if we had like some glass partitions so that I could like put them on the sides, and then it'd be even more like a greenhouse. The running animation always makes you laugh. Yeah, the running, it's like, it looks like you should be running faster than you are. And like, I've even got some gold in my energy bar, so like this is the faster version. But you know, that's just how it is. This is actually where I have the Beauty and the Beast castle also. I gave them a really big garden. With like the cocoa beans, and which way? I think I'll go around this way. And then lots of kind of little hidden away places to sit. So it's kind of more like got the vibe of a public garden. I think there's another little sitting spot. And I wanted to use the roses somewhere. So I've just got them kind of lining a few of the pathways. 'Cause, you know, why not? And then this is sort of like the main entrance for the Beauty and the Beast castle. I put it in the Sunlit Plateau just because I just thought the colors of the castle itself went with the color palette of the Sunlit Plateau better than it did with any of the other biomes. So I decided to try and make it work here, and I'm glad that I did. So continuing on, we got a path leading into kind of a jungly bit, and sort of beside the castle garden. So I have the stall, and this little kind of clock tower plaza build that is a even more inspired by that one that Console Kato did in one of her videos a while ago, with this color scheme of bushes and flowers and this clock tower and fence. But so I really liked it. And you can see the side of a very large house that I have tried to kind of slightly hide. So while you're walking through the jungly bit, there's kind of an overgrown part. Hi Robin, welcome. Thank you for coming. We're just kind of looking at my Sunlit Plateau right now. And this is actually where I've put the Haunted Mansion. And I've tried to kind of cover it the best I can with foliage and trees and things. And I do have a little kind of Kingdom Hearts reference in here. I haven't decorated most of the inside of this mansion yet, except for this room, which is kind of my version of the room in the abandoned mansion in Twilight Town. And I've got mannequins to represent Roxas and Naminé, sort of the best I could with what clothing the game has. So yeah, the whole house is not gonna be a recreation of the Twilight Town mansion, or maybe it is. I don't really know. But that's all I've got in this house for now. Thank you, Robin. yeah, I really like both interior and exterior decorating. I enjoy. I know some people don't always like both, but I do. So past the sort of more jungly bit over the bridge is where I've got my big old farm. This is less for decoration and more for practicality, just because I always want to have at least a couple of every crop on hand. So I just have them growing here because I had a big wide open space. And then over here, I've sort of tried to give the impression of like an archaeological dig happening. So we've got like a little tent set up and a work table and some ruins that somebody could maybe be excavating, which is kind of inspired by how the ruins look in Breath of the Wild. I think that they're really cool. How it's like every now and then you just come across like a little piece of house that used to be there, and it's got like, you know, you can see where the bed was and you know, just the outline of it. And then behind that I got Pride Rock, and not much of a yard to speak of, but I do have this little kind of quiet spot to relax. It's a little bit secluded. And then last thing in this biome is my very clever way of hiding this old thing, which does not go with anything in my valley aesthetically. So I was like, what the heck? Where the heck is this gonna go? And this is what I've come up with, is just put as many trees and plants in front of it as I can to just hide it. So if anybody ever wants to come over, this is where they will spawn. And that's the Sunlit Plateau, I think. Oh, and then there's the extra bit with the elephant graveyard. That's also part of the plateau, I guess. And I've just sort of put a bit more like dead and bare branches, and a few more bones, a few more rocks, that kind of thing. And these burnt trees, I think, look really cool here. There's also like a burnt forest part in Breath of the Wild that this reminded me of. Yeah, I like them. And so now we're finally in the last biome, which is one of my favorites, actually. Not because of how I've decorated it, but because of how I plan to decorate it, really. how I want it to look in the future, which is a combination of Halloween Town, because, you know, I still got that emo kid in my heart that loves Nightmare Before Christmas. And I also I want to put a bit of Yarnum into Disney. I love Bloodborne, and you know, I'm hoping that there's more stuff added to the game that I can use to make this even more spooky. So the beginning of it actually is not as spooky, this little garden spot. Just because there was like a little break in the rocks, and that piece of the waterfall on the other side was showing, and it was very green. And I was like, I kind of want to like just kind of like frame this little vignette of green, and have it be a little seating area. So that's what that is. And you can also see the mansion from here, which I thought was cool. It's like kind of tinted green in the distance. So yeah, lots of thorns, lots of coffins, lots of dead trees, lots of candles. Yeah, I don't really know what this spot is supposed to be. I just thought that this item looks good in this biome, and I wanted to put it somewhere. So, some kind of altar for some kind of scary ritual, but who knows what it is. And we got this fountain, the iconic fountain, which I only have one of because I didn't want to overuse it, because there is only one of it in the movie in Halloween Town, so I didn't want to oversaturate it with that fountain. So this is my graveyard, which is looking a little too happy with the flowers. I used the coffin bench and the Zero companion house for graves. I also got like a little, like some urns. No problem, Robin. Thank you so much for coming in. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing and liking. I really, really appreciate it. Have a good time at the grocery store. I know I don't like grocery shopping either, but you know, unfortunately, we gotta eat food to stay alive. That's just one of the unfortunate things about these old sacks of meat that we gotta haul around. Sorry if that's a gross thing to say, but thank you, and hopefully see you in another stream. But yeah, I was very happy that I could actually put bones in this graveyard. Yeah, it's definitely too cold outside. I do not want to go outside. It's snowing a lot where I am. And I do have to go out tomorrow too. I have to go to a package center near the airport to get a new router because my internet plan is too old, so they're like, you need a new one. I'm like, okay. But yeah, I really like this. I really like how this little graveyard turned out. I think I may have messed up how companion houses work in my valley by putting so many of these zero houses down, because when I try to do anything, it just says select up to 0 companions, and even if I tried like deselecting all the other ones and like taking out all the other companions and all the other houses, but it still wouldn't let me, because I thought it might be cute to have like the 0 fox running around, but it doesn't work even if I select it. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if it's something I did or if it's just a bug in the game, but I don't know. So next to that we got the pumpkin patch, which is half for aesthetic and half for money making. I mean, they're placed a little bit haphazardly around, just to look a bit more natural. But there are 50 pumpkins in total in the pumpkin patch. And I put the hill in the middle. The hill, the iconic hill. Because I think that's where it is in the movie, in the middle of a pumpkin patch. And of course I had to put like his house next to it, because it's his pumpkin patch, so you know. I might put a bit more decoration around his house later, but for now we just got this. But I think it's still cute. Yeah, I was at one point doing that pumpkin puff grind, but I fortunately reached a point, as you can see in my coins, that I'm not gonna need money for a very, very long time. I wanted to get enough so that I would just be able to get what I wanted from Scrooge's store and not have to think about making, like, having enough money. So I did a lot of grinding so that I don't have to do any now. And this, I really don't know what they're gonna do about this. Like, it was for one quest, and it's still here. And it's, you know, seemingly gonna be here permanently. So I'm not sure if they've got any future plans for it, or if it's just gonna be a permanent fixture. So I've got like 2 other kind of builds happening in the Forgotten Lands. I got this kind of grove of the Dreamlight trees that frame the pillar, and I thought it looked really pretty with the sparkles coming down and the trees kind of curved to make a tunnel. Yeah, I don't time to cover it in foliage. I don't think it's like ugly. Like, I'm just confused as to why it was like it's only used for one thing, so you know, why keep it here? But I guess we'll just wait and see. And then in this corner, I've got what I imagine to be a witch's cottage, like a spooky cottage in the spooky woods. I'm actually gonna change it to nighttime really quick, so you can see. Let's see. That should be enough. Yeah, because I got these flowers so that they would glow. And I just used these like weird looking plants from the DLC because I thought they suited the vibe of like a witch's cabin in a spooky forest. So got a little path to go around to the back, so you could get to the back door if you wanted. And this house is like, it's decorated, but I'm still kind of working on it here and there. I think maybe 3 out of 4 rooms are like pretty much done, and then I got 1 room that's more empty. But I got like, you know, table for making potions and doing spells. this is a outfit that I thought was cute, and so I saved it on a mannequin, so that I could just put it on when I felt like being a cute little witch. And also it's kind of like the witch is standing here in her house. But yeah, I put the blue fire because I thought it was very magical looking. And then this one is the bedroom. But the bed I want to use is very small, so it didn't really take up much space in the bedroom. So I kind of have to like have a bedroom and living room sort of situation. And I got the Haunted Mansion piano, organ, and some more stargazing, because I bet stars are important for witch spells. And actually I'm remembering now, I don't think this room is very decorated. Oh no, yes it is. I forgot. I changed what this room would be. This is like witch's greenhouse kind of, or like what's the word that's like conservatory? No. I don't know. A room for plants, basically. And I wanted to put like the weirder plants in here. Like the, glowing, and the Venus flytrap, and this weird plant that you get from Eve. So if they add more like weird looking plants in the game, they will go in here. But for now, this is kind of what we got going on. Some things you can put on top of an empty flower bed, and they will clip through and look like they're growing out of it. But only some things. But I thought these like coral could look like magic plants if they were growing out of dirt. So yeah. And then I think the other room is more empty. Yeah, this is going to be the kitchen, but I have yet to work on it. So that's the witch's house. And I think I forgot to go in one of the houses. I have most of the inside of the castle decorate. Oh my god. Do you see this? Can you see what's happening here? That is cursed. Oh my god. Got like no eyes, and like something weird's happening with the mouth too. Wow. I don't want to look at that anymore. But yeah, I forgot that I have oh yeah, I forgot it was nighttime. Let's just quickly fix that. The inside of the regular castle has some rooms decorated also. Yeah. So the center room is kind of like a gallery, I guess. 'Cause I put like the paintings with the fancier frames, like if they had a gold frame. And this this one's upside down for now. Hopefully they fix that soon. But yeah, this is one of the rugs that I designed. And yeah. And this, actually, I'm remembering now, I used to have the white room, the Kingdom Hearts room in here, but I moved it to the haunted mansion. So I gotta figure out something else to do with this room. So ignore that. Pretend you didn't see that. This room has stuff. It's kind of like a sitting room / music room. And the decor in this is like much more bright and happy than is gonna be in the mansion, or the rest of the mansion, I guess. So this is actually another. I did this rug as well. This one also took a very long time. It was very frustrating because I couldn't get things symmetrical. I mean, I think it turned out okay in the end, but it was a struggle and a half, I'll tell you. And I think the last room is a bedroom. Yes. This is probably what I should have done for the Beauty and the Beast bedroom dream snap, but actually I think I got 4K on that celestial bedroom, so I don't regret anything. But I still liked the vibe, so I wanted to make a bedroom like that. So got lots of books and very comfy couch and pillows, place to get dressed, and a little vanity, and lots of pink in here, and blue and white. Just kind of, I guess, the color scheme for this interior, plus purple, I guess, for this room. But so yeah, I think that is pretty much everything from my Vein Valley. I have a little tiny bit of the DLC decorated, only like very small areas, but I could go there just to see. Let's hide that nightmare face quickly so we don't have to look at it for too long. Okay. So for my house on Eternity Isle, I chose the Prince Eric's ship skin. Just like if you go in here, if it will load, it's just my regular house. But I thought the ship looked nice on the docks, so that's what my house is. And right off the docks is my fish market. Still a work in progress. I'm pretty happy with how it's coming along. I also got fruit and veggies, as well as spices, and this is meant to be like lamps, but they're not really enough like lamps in the game that match the aesthetic. So this stills, could be a bit more complete, but I'm working on it. And then just like a little place to sit. Kind of wish I had a rug here, but I haven't found one yet that I thought looked appropriate, so find that later. I actually recently completely cleared all of the default foliage and stuff out of Eternity Isle, so most of it is very, very empty. But I do have Ursula here, because I thought that the color of the like rocks of her house matched the rocks in this place. So I like how her house looks here. And I also didn't really have any room for it in the main valley, so I was glad to have somewhere better to put it. And yeah, I just have like a few benches and some foliage dotted here and there. And like, yeah, I'm just kind of like just putting some little things down when I feel like it. Oh, yeah, I should tell the story of when I got rock blocked, is what I'll call it. When I was originally making the place for Ursula's house, it was over here, in front of this waterfall, and that rock were like they were like clippable, like the house could be placed on top of them. But one day I logged in and Ursula's house was shoved to the side, and these rocks suddenly decided that they were important and that I wasn't allowed to put anything on top of them. So I had to figure out another place to put it, you know. But that's fine. Still looks nice. Whatever. Yeah, stymied by a mere rock. But you know what? You have to pick your battles in this game, 'cause some is just not worth it. This is a recent thing, actually. I turned this part into a food garden. So I have like a square of 25 of all the Eternity Isle crops, as well as all the like fruit trees and harvestable things. It's just kind of in these two sections, and I think it's coming along nice. Eventually I want to have this place more like decorated and stuff, and not purely just for resources, but it'll get there eventually. Right now all I have is I have the crops down and some pathing here, but that's it. Even the fastest way to travel, which is this doesn't even feel that fast to me. So anyways, the store, my plan is to have this courtyard be even more expanded of a market, and I kind of started at the store and kind of put these awnings to build off of it. So we got fruit and veggies and this kind of like clothing store type deal. We got like a mirror and a partition to try stuff on. And then on this side, I also put just like a few things in the front to make it look a bit more fancy. On this side is I actually a tea shop or like a tea room type setup. This is what I meant about like I love to cram lots of stuff in a small space to be cozy. So we got like a couch here, and cushions, and like tea and little snacks. There's the dreaded blue tea. I really just want a regular cup of regular tea, but I'll have to keep hoping. But yeah, I really ended up really liking this little tea room tucked away beside the shop. And then for the meat stall, I just kind of stuck it here and put some trees on either side. I don't really know what to do with it yet. But the restaurant, I put a little bit more time into. Made like an outdoor seating area with a whole bunch of plants. Lots of colorful plants and flowers. And have like a covered entrance. Just to, zhuzh it up a little bit, I guess. But yeah, this courtyard I would like eventually to be much more full. And I'll give a little preview of something I want to work on a future stream, which is part of the desert with the new house skin, this desert palace. Before this came out, I was actually planning to do some kind of desert city build, because around the back in this corner I did make a cactus garden, and I actually really like how this came out, because I was able to use all of the new cacti and succulent and like tropical planters and like flower beds and this sand fountain. I wanted the sand from the fountain to be flowing into the quicksand, because if you don't, it just kind of goes on to the ground. So I put it right up next to the quicksand. Yeah, and I really liked this little corner, and I was like, I gotta build off of that. And this house is pretty perfect for continuing that idea. So in a future stream, I want to do like a decorating stream and make this area into a full place. And then the only other thing I have in the desert really is this camp, which is kind of like a traveling merchant's camp I tried to go for. Like if there were camels in the game, they'd be here, because the merchants would be riding them. And I kind of made it like a little tent with two stalls together, just so they could have some shade. This corner isn't fully done either, because I want to put a few things on that table, and maybe expand the camp a little bit. And I think that's it for the desert. Eve's house I just have plopped there. I have no idea what to do with it yet. But yeah, that's that's all I got in the desert so far. And I think I only have really one part of the jungle decorated at the moment. But I'm very excited about it, what I have so far, and what it could be when I work more on it. And yeah, as you can see, there's nothing here for the most part. I did put back some of the bamboo trees just so I could have trees to spawn resources. But yeah, the only part of the jungle that I have any decorations in is the lagoon, which is what I am planning on making like kind of the most fantasy and like magical vibe in any of the builds that I've done so far, because I've got the Blossom House and gonna be totally 100% fairy core. I left these crystals here for decoration because I think they're real pretty. And of course the vine lamps and glowing flowers. And then the lagoon I want to turn it into a mermaid's lagoon. So I have moved Ariel here and put some kind of mermaidy stuff close to the water. But this is also like work in progress. But yeah, I really love the idea of this section kind of being like, you know, fairies and mermaids and magic and wonder. I don't know, because I don't usually get the chance to decorate those kinds of things, because, you know, I like to do realism with my builds to remind me of real life. But every now and then I get the urge to really go all out with the fantasy. The inside of this house is like, I've started working on it. The most I've done is in this main room, with just like as many flowers as I could. Just like whimsy on whimsy on whimsy. Yeah, I dropped some of the Oasis glass to just be like, because they were just like pretty rocks, pretty shiny rocks, and that's a thing that is like kind of fairy core to me. Shiny rocks. I don't know. I don't remember how much I've done in these other rooms. This is gonna be the bedroom. Has a little bit of a darker, cozier vibe in here with the darker wood. But have not done too much in this room. And then this room is the kitchen, or going to be, I believe. And got a little bit of a more autumnal vibe in here. And then I think the other one is the bathroom. And this is the only place that I've used this stone jacuzzi. I'm a little disappointed about this item because it had such good potential, but the glow I thought looked a little bit I don't know, like it was like LED lights or something. didn't look very natural to me. I just wanted it to be like, you know, a stone fountain. Looks, you know, more natural, I guess. And the fact that it's like very square, I don't know. I know it's a jacuzzi and not a fountain, but I don't know. It could have been so much more to me, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. So this is the beginning of what the bathroom will be. I just got, you know, even more plants. Plants everywhere. But yeah, it's gonna be my fairy core house. And I think that brings us to the end of all of the things I have decorated in this game. And I've pretty much nailed 2 hours on the dot, which is surprising to me since I went so much over time last time. So, I mean, I think I will then wrap it up here, because it seems like a pretty good place to end. And I will be back next Tuesday at 2 o'clock again. Thank you very much for everybody for watching and liking the stream and watching the VODs. I'm enjoying streaming a lot more than I thought I would. I thought I was going to be too nervous and that I would want to quit right away. But I really like it. And I hope that people enjoy watching it. Because that would be nice. And I'm not just, you know, talking to people who don't care about what I'm saying. I don't know. Probably being too self-conscious. So I'll just do it because it's fun. Hi Presley! It's okay. You don't have to chat. But I'm glad that you liked seeing my valley. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, so I'll be back on next Tuesday. Probably gonna be working on my dream snap, that frozen one, and I'm feeling ambitious. I'm gonna try to do that thing where you round up a bunch of characters to be in the photo. So you might get to see some rage if that doesn't go well, which it probably won't. So I will say goodbye for now, and thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye!